Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and we're going to continue our romp through game Dev Tycoon, where I'm going to start here with a little pop-up that says, hey look, you can go to a game convention. This is the G3, or Games, where you get to promote your stuff. I can't really afford a medium booth, which is half that, but this will give you some hype for your game, which is going to be important later down the line. But for now I'm going to do a small booth, try and give myself some presence here. But I do just want to stop for a moment, stop time here, just to introduce what we're going to do today. Today is starting around the year 8, year 9 mark, and this is where this game's difficulty curve really starts to spike. And you're going to be fighting bankruptcy, quite frankly. You go from working in your basement with little overhead to just a lot of stuff. And you can see here from our games and everything, this one's only made, our most recent rendition made some profit. Small, but it only made about as much as small game made for the PC. Or no, that was a small game there, but still, it's like our profit margins are tiny for the amount of staff we have, so we got to try and make a hit somewhere, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, our publisher deals actually changed from when I logged off last time, where they're now looking for some kind of strategy, anything, some kind of fantasy adventure, some kind of fantasy simulation. And, I mean, they're all with the Game Boy, unfortunately. But if I could just... I mean, I'll probably just go for the pirate RPG. I mean, or actually the any topic strategy could be good too. But pretty much what I've got to do is just find a way to survive. I have 40 training points. Let's look at my research real quick here, is that I can research any topic. I can research piracy pretty quickly. But I do want to jump on the popular genre just popped up as RPG, but I'm not going to be able to ride that train, unfortunately, because I did make an RPG pretty recently. So even though it was critically acclaimed, it didn't do super hot. It did well for the cost, but see, collections cost a lot. This next game's going to cost a lot. So I'm going to take a very quick pause, and then we're going to get this started. Alright, and we're back, and hopefully my dogs have had a chance to gorge themselves now. So collections managed to sell 1 million units and generate 1 million in sales. So apparently collections was a $1 game. I don't know yet. I have the loudest eating tiny 4-pound dog in the world. So let's get back to here. Let's look at our staff again. There's me, Eleanor Newman, and Robert Santos. So we have one person who's really good at coding, and I will want to add a 4th staff member, but as you can see, our overhead's already becoming a problem. So let's go for, let's see here, the fantasy adventure's tempting. Gotta get a 7 here. Let me check and see, fantasy simulation or fantasy adventure. When's the last time I made a fantasy game? Because if I just did it, it's been a few days since I played this, so I gotta get back to remembering. I could probably make the fantasy adventure My Secret Closet came out 3 years ago, so that better be enough time. It's all about 12% royalty, 12% royalty, about the same upfront pay. But let's see here. I want to maybe keep the strategy in my back pocket if I can lock in these two at the same time. After all, keep calm. Absolutely nothing wrong that they can do. So let's accept the fantasy adventure, and this is going to be. Let's do it for the youngins, because this is on the Game Boy. Again, I'm just gonna, let's see here, so if we had a fantasy adventure that was called My Secret Closet, that's not awkward at all. We'll just call this one Dual Spires. There we go. It's kinda, and we're gonna use the MC Turbo Engine 2 for this, so we get to do some better 3D graphics. So please get some bonus points up there. Alright, start with $2. That's not good. So, and as you may remember here, it's just going to be with the adventure kind of stuff. I think it's going to be something about like this. So I kind of want to balance the gameplay and story. I'll make this a little more of a storybook one, I think. But for the story and quest, we want to have that on design, so Eleanor Newman's already on there. The gameplay is something, the tech we're going to save, because I read, finally, that graphics is tech. I was wondering about some of those things. So let's look right there. We started this at 1.5 million. We're already down to 1.1 million, and you wonder why we're going to be trying to fight. Okay, here's dual spires at G3, but yeah, we're already fighting problems. I need to research marketing to try and get my sales boosted a little bit too, because the more hype you can get for a game, the better sales you can get. Of course, you don't want to research while a game is going. So 53,000, not bad. I mean, in real life numbers, that's a real good number for a booth, but apparently not in the top 100, whatever that means. Okay, we did research marketing. That's good. I will gladly drop 150 for magazines and demos. Now that do a lot for our hype? Not really. I don't know if doing that at a later time will help or not. So it's your fantasy adventure. Let's see here. For most of these adventure kind of things, I'm trying to remember, like I said, it's all foggy. I mean, we want good level design. The AI, since this is for kids, it doesn't matter as much. So we'll kind of keep it balanced here. I want it to be kind of like a storybook here, so I guess we are doing we're kind of making it like an RPG with more gameplay, I guess. It's not terrible. Let's just dumb it down even more. It'll be easier to get bonuses for not overworking our group until later. Alright, research. I can apparently make sequels now. I don't know who brought that on, but apparently I can. Because we have some games that I'd love to make sequels for. Those start with some prefab hype. Alright, so what do we want for our adventure game? We want these kids to be able to say, oh, it's pretty. And now that I know my tech guy's supposed to be on there. Like I said, that's thank you for the wiki stuff here. We're going to put that down. We're going to put the world design up here too. So Robert Santos doesn't have to be overworked. But yeah, apparently sound is design, graphics is technology. I've been reversing that this whole time, so maybe I'll be doing better now. So we want some good world design, but I think graphics are going to be key. Because give the people what they want, I guess. And they just want to drool. That's something I don't know, but look, we're already down. We spend 100,000 per month in development, so we've got to be cranking out some stuff fast. We got to be getting some research in here too. Yeah, hopefully this will be a good publisher deal. No extra bugs. Hopefully some good reviews. Wow, I haven't done a fancy adventure. Interesting. Well, I have now for the Game Boy, which still has good market share, which historically it kept market share for a very long time. So yeah, we're leveling up. Eleanor Newman leveled up, which means that we're getting even more expensive staff. I really don't want to have to fire somebody here, but this is a game where you might have to fire staff if you have enough problems with your sales. So that world design or whatever gave us branching story and day and night cycle, which are two pretty cool things to add to your engine, but like anything else, they have to be added to your engine. So dual spires. It's a good psych episode. Twin Peaks, also a good show. So, like it. Oh, crap. So we're going to have to pay a penalty, probably. Wow, they really don't like this. What is up with that? Am I like that behind on my engine? So I'm going to lose money on here. Not bad, not good. So we are in trouble. Because this is not going to sell either. Okay, the play system. This is the one that I'm going to shoot for here. Hopefully I'll have the funds to actually develop games for it, but I'm going to want to develop an engine that's 3D and start with that. But the PlayStation, that gives you a little spiel about the history here between Nintendo and Sony and them doing their own thing. So we get a penalty. It's a pretty hefty penalty. So I think we're going to lose money on this game, or at least not be able to break evenly. So publishing deals. Fantasy Adventure is a good combo. Cape Com, you can go suck it. Alright, so let's see here. We have still been trying to milk some of the stuff for all it's worth. But right now, I'm not a huge fan of the publishing deals we have, so maybe something new will come along here. I need to research some stuff, though. Need to, and unfortunately, I can't afford to research a bunch of stuff, but sequels is going to be game-breaking. See, I need to get a good game so that when the PlayStation comes out, I can actually take advantage of this. And this is where you start to get in trouble, because you want new topics. If I could do a virtual pet simulation or something, that could sell baskets of games. Baskets. Apparently games do come in baskets, you could say. Let's see here. There's some neat things that I can add here in research. And there's some things that are just going to cost too much to research. Let's go ahead and research the 3D graphics, though. So, it's been released, so I'm not going to hit that window, and we've lost money. We've lost a few $100,000 on that game. Because if you look, it's like, oh, we made $30,000 profit, but you have to pay your bills too. So it didn't even break the top 100 in sales, so we've got to crank out something else here soon. So is there any other good research that I can afford to do? Because I can afford to tank it once. Oof. I mean, I'm not going to jump for the 2D graphics. Pretty much what I'm going to do is start transitioning to 3D graphics. So it's your branching story or simple cutscenes. I use branching story a lot for my engine. So I'm just going to suck it up and get it now while I still have $1 million, and I'm not trying to avoid, I guess it'd be Chapter 11. I have a lot to liquidate here. Chapter 7 is more of a personal bankruptcy issue. So let's see here. After the research is done, branching story. What's the publisher deal now? There we go. Pirate action, fashion action. Oh, those are all actually pretty good. But they want pirate stuff. They want pirate stuff. I can't do any of those. So we're gonna have to. Let's see here. I could try and develop a new game. And let's do a medium game. I don't know if I have enough fans to really make this worth my time. But we're going to do a... let's go ahead and do the virtual pet simulation. And let's see here. Let's do it on the PlayStation. Let's go ahead and buy that. Well, it's here. Game Boy still has a good market here. So we'll do this. Let's see here. We're starting to get in trouble in terms of money, so... We could totally rip off some licensure here, so I'm going to try and do the Secret Garden. What I said. Treehouse... Not Treehouse Wars, that'd be like a strategy game. Treehouse time! Yay! We're gonna make this for everyone, though. Or should I make it for... the little ones really like the virtual pets, though. It's like the Tamagotchi. Let's see here. We are killing ourselves with money here, so I'm not intentionally sending myself to bankruptcy. It just seems like something that I tend to want to do on my own. So it's kind of like what we've discussed before with SimCity. Screw story. Don't even need a linear story for that. And all we're going to do here is really try and... So we want good gameplay, and we want a good engine, but without... It's kind of like the... What can you have one without the other? So they're kind of close enough together. So let's see. You can play it on a gamepad. The problem is that I really do need to upgrade my engine. And I could go into bankruptcy to do just that. And I know I keep saying bankruptcy, you haven't seen me fail yet, but I've done plenty of failing in this game in the past. And yeah, they give you get a chance. You'll probably get to see it here in a little bit, so I'm just going to cut whatever cost I can here. Let's see, we want the AI to be really solid in this. So yeah. Level design is for kids, I don't know. So... I am okay with that distribution. It's good that I have one tech guy on here. I almost wonder if I should add a 4th staff member. Oh, fuck. Dual Spires had a lot of bugs. So it's here. We could spend the money to patch or ignore their pleas and lose fans. Don't wait too long. Let's hear. How much is it going to cost? Oh God, 60,000. I'm not gonna interrupt development for it. If I lose fans, oh my God, I'm losing a lot of fans just from that game in general. Well, look, it's another game that sold like dollars. I don't know if that's $1 million for me, but look, I've lost $1 million since we hit play. Now, a lot of that's from spending on research and maybe overspending. But it's stuff I'm going to have to get eventually, so might as well do it now. So let's see here. Ugh. Who am I going to wax? Let's give it some world design, I think. We can't give it all the... I want it to be an open world one. So yeah, we'll do that. I just hate that Santos has to be bum rushed on the graphic department, but yeah, we are. If this game doesn't sell, we are going to be in deep crap. I think I'm going to be forced to try and get my new engine started soon. So get these bugs out. And fans are disappointed, so see, I don't have a chance to make the patch anymore, but I lost fans. Let's go ahead and release this, and let's send you on a vacation, because y'all are doing good. New record for Treehouse Time. This is a good simulation for virtual pets. So I'm getting a lot of experience, and unfortunately that means that my operating costs are going even higher. So 43. And now I can get some special training. What special training? Oh, boost. Okay. Well, that's because I'm level 5, but I need to actually increase my skills, and so far I've not been able to afford to train at all. So, come on. Do something good. Do something good. Oh my God. Okay, 6. I can live with a 6. Be a 7. Be a 7 or an 8. Good. So at least this one will sell. I don't know how much it will sell, but so I have very few fans to do a an 8. Awesome. Okay, so that's a solid 7. So I don't know what 24,000 fans is going to do, and I didn't do any marketing for this, where I really should have. So how are we going to sell? 41, and all those sales go to me. Thank you. So what publishing deals do I have this time? Fucking pirate crap. Pirate action, though, for any system. Can I squeeze in... Well, it doesn't really matter, because... Let's see here. I want to do an action game, and I want to do it for the PlayStation. So, let's see here. Any final things I want to throw in my engine, because I think I'm going to be able to afford it. AI companions would be cool. That's expensive. Dialogue tree would be cool, but it's expensive. Simple cutscenes, I can swing that. And then let's pick up one more topic. I'm trying to snipe these as I go, and I want a ninja here, because ninja is something I can do. Ninja action is like the games of my youth. Alright, so I'm getting pretty solid sales. And I could blow through all my cash for a medium booth. Remember when we had over $1 million from our basement? It's the joy it takes of taking risk. So let's see here. We have upped our cash quite a bit, and I think we are going to be okay. If I'm not going for publisher deals and I can make a solid 7 on a game, I'm actually just about back up to $1 million. So let's see here. If I do 3D graphics, and you can cut the 2D graphics, I'm pretty much going all 3D all the time here. So it's here. Instead of linear story, we're going to do branching story, because I'm just trying to save as much as I can on here. We want multiplayer, we want steering wheel for the racing games. That, in my mind, helps. So there we go. We're dumping that much into development for an engine. And let's see here. We're going to... So this is... We've had some pretty funny ones before, and I don't know if I have my funny bone this time, but let's see here. We're getting into year 9, so we're getting into the mid-90s, and there we're kind of away from the rad and dudical and all of that stuff, and we're just gonna call this, oh gosh, Super Cat 3D. There we go. So that's our first. Oh, let's see here. No, we can't do Super Cat. That's just kind of lame. Let's call it Mega Cat 3D. Much better. So while you all are all developing, and there's Good Kitty. Treehouse time. See, if you're currently making a game, you can get hype from there. I don't know if you get a sales bonus for being in this, and I'm not gaining a ton of fans from this game either, which is irritating, but at least I'm making sales. If I can afford to make my own engine, that's good. So let's see here. Small sale bump. I don't know if we're going to get another one. Also, no, not really, but we're staying in the top 100. But notice that those medium games that I make under a publisher sell for $1 million. Sell millions, and I get some cut of that. Here, I make a medium-sized game, it sells a few $100,000, and I get to see all of it, and the outcome actually worked out for me, but I don't want to imagine how terrible it would be if I actually didn't get the scores that I did. If I had screwed that up, it'd be at least it's kind of like real life. At least if it's a piece of crap, it's going to sell if it's by a major publisher. So games with new topics, and I may be able to get on that train just in time. Because you want to get something that's popular while you can, because that will actually increase sales. So the Game Gear's off the market. Mega Cat 3D is complete. And please, for the love of God, have a good publishing deal. Transport action, transport RPG, prison, any genre. But it has to be an 8. That is so dangerous. Oh, and I actually don't have the Super NES license. So transport RPG, wow. So looks like that I'm going to be making a game, and let's see here. So even with the lack of sales, Treehouse Time did make some bank for me. So I don't have a ton of fans, but I did better there than going through the publisher. So we're going to have to shoot for the moon here again, I think. And it's getting to be about time where I need to get some more staff as much as I don't want to. So let's go ahead and make we just researched Ninja. Let's make a Ninja action game, because that way we know it's fresh. And look at that. Solid base. So see, we are probably going to go bankrupt developing this game. And that's cool. I don't mind. Alright, so a Ninja action game, of which there are so many, and I don't mind. It's new topics, not necessarily original topics. But we'll call this the Farmer's Blade. I mean, that's how many different games have had, or how many different movies, if you're into those kind of classic movies. Or just it's someone who's a farmer, and then his village gets destroyed, and you wonder why it's in so many RPGs. Well, it's ingrained in a lot of Eastern culture. It's kind of a trope. So we're down to 241. Oh my god. So, Ninja action. Yeah, so as much as I want to have a story here, it's going to be like, no, you are a badass cutting the crap out of people with the steering wheel. No. But I do want to put multiplayer in there, because that's just going to... I mean, it's the PlayStation. And we'll put simple cutscenes in there just because everybody wants cutscenes, I guess. So, oh my god. Same thing. So let's see, we want good gameplay, good engine, because that'll help. I want good multiplayer in my game, because I believe these are influenced. I mean, if I drop this down, it'll eventually go there. So there's kind of a floor here, but my understanding is that those kind of amplify what you do here. So I'm not doing as much with cutscenes. They may be crappy cutscenes, but I do want good gameplay. That's a lot of explanation for nothing. So Santos, stay on there. Alright. Because we gotta get this right. So I'm getting a little bit of hype. And while I can still afford it, let me do some magazine advertising to get a tiny bit more hype, because I have a few fans. There we go. So Treehouse Time sold 125, but I get all of the sales that time. So there's no publisher penalty. That's kind of the benefit of going there. But you see, I developed a new engine. I put that towards a new engine. I put that towards licensing fees. And now we're going to see where this game takes us. But we are in the time of... Okay, we are definitely in the... Actually, looks pretty good for an action game. We'll just stick with that, except that poor Santy here is... could be having some problems, so we'll put you here, and now we're having our drag bug because I'm doing this in windowed mode. But yeah, no need for better dialogues. Do want both of those. And level editor, it's 10,000, but I am about to be broke, so I'll keep it out. Maybe people expect that in an action game. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty neat to have a level editor in a PlayStation game. Oh, here we go. Your bank account is in the red. Thankfully, your bank has enabled you to overdraw your account for up to 200,000. But if your account goes below 200,000, you'll be bankrupt. What fucking bank is that? I mean, my business account won't let me go for that much. Like, really? That's what you're doing? Peace. So yeah, considering we're rolling at 121 monthly cost, and we have some costs that are coming with the game development, we're gonna hit bankruptcy. You get to see it in action. So, Farmer's Blade, are we going to have to go back to the pastoral life after this? Because we don't have a lot of design points, we have a lot of technology points right now. Alright, so, graphics. Yeah, we're going to make this look good. So, it's your world design, not as huge deal here. I didn't get stereo sound, which is a little irritating, but go ahead and do this, and oh my goodness. If I increase... Oh, wow. We don't want Eleanor Newman. That's actually not terrible. If I drop her sound just a little bit, well, we're not gonna win that one, so... But let's put a day and night cycle in there as well, because we're already broke, so... That means I do need a little more world design. So I'm going to keep the floor there. But yeah, I want my day and night time. Yeah, let's do that. Just crank the graphics all the way up so I'm working 101%. So 101, 101, 98. It's easier to balance when you have 4 staff. But when you're broke, you can't afford to hire staff. So our hype is 13, 14. Please be clitically... Ew, that's gross. Not gross at all, but not something you want at your first action game for the PlayStation. Alright, so we are going to finish this game broke as shit. And of course there's a bug. So here we go. Bank offer. It seems you have some serious financial difficulties because we are now 300,000 in the red. And this is what we have to do. We will give you 60,619, which should get us out of there. It will. But we have to pay 1,238,000 in a year's time. Uh-oh. So, it's either that or go bankrupt. So it's this or end the series. And I could have released the game just before this, and I still would have gotten this message. So, we're going to agree, we're going to finish the game, we're going to call this an episode. So, fix that damn bug. There we go. 40 design, 66 technology. Not bad. So here's our good combo, good leveling up, trend match because it's a popular new topic. So maybe this will sell ball busters for us, I don't know. But we did level up our graphics, which is awesome. And now, I don't know if we're going to make it. So, cliffhanger time. Are we about to die of bankruptcy death? I don't know, but we will find out in the next time of Game Dev Tycoon.